Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever wondered what it truly means to be wealthy? We throw around words like rich and millionaire, but what do they actually represent? Today, we're diving deep into the different levels of wealth, breaking them down into 10 distinct tiers, from the very beginning of the financial journey all the way to the pinnacle of economic influence. This isn't about judging anyone's situation. It's about understanding the path, the milestones, and what's possible. So, grab a notebook, because you might just find your own financial situation on this map and discover the next step on your journey. Let's start at the bottom with Tier 10, Financial Dependence. This is where many of us begin our lives. At this stage, you're relying entirely on others for financial support. Whether it's parents, guardians, or other forms of assistance, your income is zero or extremely limited, and you have no savings or assets to your name. The primary focus here isn't on investing or building wealth, but simply on meeting basic daily needs. It's the starting line for everyone, a phase of learning and dependency before you take your first steps into the financial world. Moving up, we have Tier 9, Financial Solvency. This is a huge first step. At this level, you're earning an income and are able to cover your own basic living expenses without external support. You're paying your rent, buying your groceries, and handling your bills month to month. However, you're likely living paycheck to paycheck. There might not be much, if anything, left over for savings after all expenses are paid. You might have some debt, like student loans or a small credit card balance. While you're independent, you're also vulnerable. A single, unexpected expense, like a car repair, could easily throw your finances into chaos. The goal here is to find some breathing room. Next up is Tier 8, Financial Stability. This is where you start to feel a bit more secure. You're still covering all your bills, but now you have a little bit left over at the end of the month. You've managed to build a small emergency fund. Maybe 1, 2, 3 months worth of living expenses. This fund is your safety net. It means a job loss or a medical bill won't immediately plunge you into crisis. You're actively paying down high-interest debt and are starting to think about the future. You're no longer just surviving. You're building a foundation for real financial health. This is a critical turning point for many people. Climbing higher, we reach Tier 7, Financial Flexibility. At this stage, you've made significant progress. You have a solid emergency fund that covers at least 6 months of expenses. You've eliminated all high-interest consumer debt, like credit card balances. With that burden gone, you now have a meaningful amount of disposable income each month. This is where the fun begins, because you have choices. You could start seriously investing for retirement in accounts like a 401k or an IRA. You might start saving for other big goals, like a down payment on a house or starting a business. You're no longer just reacting to your finances. You're proactively directing your money where you want it to go. Now we're entering the upper half with Tier 6, Financial Independence Coast. This is a fantastic milestone. At this level, you have invested enough money that even if you never saved another dollar, your existing investments would grow enough to support you by a traditional retirement age, say 65. You've reached a point where a compound interest is doing the heavy lifting for your future. This doesn't mean you can stop working now, but it means the pressure is off. You could switch to a lower-paying job you're more passionate about, or take a sabbatical, knowing your retirement is already secured. It's a position of incredible freedom and reduced financial stress. At Tier 5, we have the famous milestone, Financial Independence. This is the goal for many in the FIRE Financial Independence, Retire Early movement. At this level, your investment portfolio is large enough that you can live off the returns indefinitely without ever having to work again for money. This is typically calculated using the 4% rule, meaning your annual expenses are 4% or less of your total invested assets. So, if you need $40,000 a year to live, you'd need about $1 million invested. Reaching this tier means work becomes completely optional. You have complete control over your time, which is the ultimate luxury. Breaking into the truly wealthy territory, we have Tier 4, Financial abundance. You've surpassed basic financial independence. Your investment income doesn't just cover your needs. It covers your wants and desires with ease. You can afford significant luxuries, first-class travel, fine dining, expensive hobbies without even checking the price tag or worrying about your portfolio's balance. You might have a net worth of several $1,000,000. Let's say between $5 million and $10 million. Your wealth is now generating more wealth at a speed that's hard to spend. Your financial concerns shift from, do I have enough? To, how do I manage all of this effectively and responsibly? Next, we ascend to Tier 3, financial freedom. This is a whole different ballgame. We're now talking about a net worth that's well into the tens of millions, say $10 million to $50 million. At this level, your financial decisions are no longer about personal consumption. You could buy almost any material thing you wanted. Instead, your focus shifts to legacy, impact, and influence. You might start a charitable foundation, become a major philanthropist, or engage in angel investing, funding the next generation of entrepreneurs. You have a family office or a team of professionals managing your wealth. Your money isn't just for you. It's a tool to shape the world around you. Approaching the summit, we find Tier 2, financial power. Here, we're talking about a net worth in the hundreds of millions, maybe up to $1 billion. At this stage, your wealth gives you significant influence on a national or even global scale. Your investments can move markets. Your philanthropic efforts can solve major societal problems. You have access to exclusive opportunities and networks that are unavailable to almost anyone else. You're not just playing the game. You're changing the rules. Your name carries weight in industries and governments. This level of wealth comes with immense responsibility and the power to create generational dynasties. And finally, at the very top, we have Tier 1, financial immortality. This is the realm of the multi-billionaires, the titans of industry and technology. Their wealth is so vast that it's practically incomprehensible. We're talking about net worths in the tens or even hundreds of billions of dollars. At this level, their wealth is essentially immortal. It will continue to grow and compound for generations to come, long after they're gone. Their decisions can affect the lives of millions, alter the course of entire industries, and even influence global politics. They're not just participants in the economy. They are forces of nature within it, operating on a scale that transcends personal finance and becomes a part of history itself. So there you have, ETHA, 10 tiers of wealth, from depending on others to shaping the world. The key takeaway is that wealth is a spectrum, and every step up the ladder represents a new level of freedom and opportunity. No matter where you are today, the most important thing is to know where you're going next. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this breakdown was insightful and gives you a clearer map for your own financial journey. If you found this helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content on building your wealth. Let me know in the comments which tier you're currently working towards. See you in the next video.